I am the monster. I will destroy you.
Hello, fellow Flotsam-meisters. How are you guys doing today? You know, I was thinking, have you ever wondered, of course you've wondered, everyone's wondered this. You ever wondered what it'd be like to be captured by aliens? You know, if aliens came down to Earth, grabbed you as a specimen, you know, and I mean by normal aliens, and not the same type of aliens that people are usually captured by. You know, the ones that always do that anal probe thing. That's not one of the things I wonder about, what it would be like to be anally probed by an alien, because that just doesn't make any sense to me. If you kind of think of kind of like the terrestrial analog is like our biologists, animalists, I don't know, zoologists, yeah, that's it. Who go out in the wild, look for new species, new animal forms, look at them, study them, try to understand their behaviors, classify them, put them into genus and species, all kinds of that zoologist stuff. And then you see a couple of guys out there go, hey, look at that animal over there. I've never seen one like it. It looks like a cross between a salamander and a sheep. Never seen one. A sheepamander. Yeah, look at that. It's all furry, some unusual behaviors. I'd like to know more about it. Let's stick something in its butt. That'll tell us a lot. Sure, we could x-ray it, we could photograph it, we could watch it, we could measure it, we could weigh it, but no, we want to know what's in its butt. Is that how aliens think? Is that how it goes? Is that why aliens are always probing us in the rear end? When we first started to go in space, we were sending up just pilots, people that knew how to fly stuff. Which I'm not sure why we sent up people that knew how to fly stuff. I think there really wasn't that much flying involved. I think you just went up there, just steered it around a little bit. And then, you know, like Mercury, Apollo, those guys, when it was time to come home, they just plummeted to Earth like a rock on fire. In everyday life, when stuff plummets to the Earth on fire, it's not because you had a real good pilot. But anyway, when they started sending the space shuttle up, they started doing experiments, and they started sending up botanists and physicists and geologists and zoologists and science people. Maybe that's what's happening with a lot of alien societies, is they've gotten past the plummeting back to planet Zorb like a rock on fire, and they don't have to send up so many of those green tentacled pilots anymore. They started sending up their more scientific and medical people, and what happened is they started populating all their spacecraft with proctologists, you know, alien proctologists. You know, they say when the only tool you've got is a hammer, everything begins to look like a nail. You know, so I think it's the same thing. When you put a spacecraft up and all you've got on it is a proctologist, everything begins to look like a sphincter. I'll just say sphincter. You know what I mean. We'll just leave it at that. And, you know, I think so maybe that's what's going on. And actually, I didn't come here to talk about the wrong end of the gastrointestinal system. I came, you know, to speculate what it'd be like to be captured by non-probing aliens. You know, what if you came down and they sucked you up into the ship and, you know, whisked away to the planet Futon, where there were all kinds of amazing scientific discoveries. Many of them you'd be unable to understand, which would be kind of scary. I mean, when you sit and think about it, you know, you begin to realize that no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to understand all of the things that you can't comprehend. Yeah, you can quote me on that. Well, let's say you got whisked away to a planet where you weren't able to comprehend anything, and you really wouldn't understand what was going on. You know, that would take some of the fun out of it. And then, you know, you might even be just wishing for that anal probe just because, well, I understand that. I mean, I don't really mean I understand that. I mean, you know, I should maybe stop talking now. So until next time, please keep all hands and feet inside the spacecraft. You know, if you can comprehend that. I don't understand.